What happens when a pop icon fresh off a headline-making breakup starts spending cozy evenings with one of the world's most recognizable political figures? You get a story no one saw coming. Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau have sparked a wildfire of speculation after being spotted together multiple times in Montreal. And insiders are now whispering about an instant connection that's left fans stunned and the internet scrambling for answers. But this isn't just another celebrity fling. Because behind the polite smiles and public outings, there's something deeper stirring, something that could shake up both pop culture and politics. And just when things couldn't get juicier, Orlando Bloom stepped into the chaos with a reaction no one expected. But this story's just getting started. It all began with a casual stroll, or at least that's how it looked on the surface. Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau were first spotted walking a dog together through Montreal's iconic Mount Royal Park. No bodyguards trailing behind, no flashy outfits, just two global names blending into the city's calm. But for anyone watching closely, it didn't feel like just two acquaintances taking a walk. It felt personal. Later that evening, the two were seen dining at Le Violon, one of Montreal's trendiest restaurants. According to eyewitnesses, the mood was relaxed, even intimate. They shared cocktails, exchanged smiles, and reportedly made their way to the kitchen after dinner to thank the staff, a rare move for A-listers, and one that instantly raised eyebrows. There were no obvious signs of PDA, no hand-holding or kisses caught on camera, but sometimes it's the restraint that says the most. Still, at that point, the public was just watching and wondering, until sources close to both began speaking out. And that's when everything changed. While the public tried to make sense of the surprise pairing, those closer to the situation weren't so shocked. According to an insider with direct knowledge of the pair, Katy and Justin didn't just cross paths. They clicked instantly. There's an attraction there, the source revealed. And now that they're both single, there's room to explore it. And the timing? Almost too perfect. Katy Perry had recently ended her long and often rocky relationship with actor Orlando Bloom, a split that came after years of ups and downs, and a daughter they now co-parent. On the other side, Trudeau had quietly finalized his separation from his wife Sophie Gregoire after nearly 2 decades of marriage and 3 children together. But it wasn't just the fact that they were both newly single. According to the source, it's who they are that's pulling them toward each other. They have a lot in common, the insider said. They're both idealists, they care about the world, they believe in change, and they're still trying to make a difference, even when it gets hard. Music, global influence, public scrutiny, they've lived parallel lives in very different arenas. And now they might be blending those worlds together. Despite the undeniable spark, sources say this isn't going to be a whirlwind romance. At least not yet. Both Katy and Justin are dealing with massive transitions in their personal lives, and that alone could slow everything down. Katy is still touring globally, constantly moving from city to city, stage to stage. Meanwhile, Justin is navigating a new identity outside the political spotlight after stepping down as prime minister, a major shift in itself. And then there's the reality of parenting. Trudeau has 3 teenage children, and Katy shares a young daughter, Daisy, with Orlando Bloom. Any new relationship isn't just about 2 people. It's about their families, their responsibilities, their schedules. Their own personal duties could make this relationship move slower than it would, the source admitted. But there are ways to make it work. Interestingly, the source pointed out that having exes might actually help them. Each of them has someone to share the parenting load with, they said. And long-distance relationships, while not easy, are definitely possible, especially for 2 people who already live life on the move. So while the timing isn't perfect, the connection is real. And the next move they made only added fuel to the fire. Just when people thought the rumors might cool down, Justin Trudeau made a move that reignited everything. And this time, it wasn't so subtle. On July 30th, just 2 days after their dinner in Montreal, Trudeau was spotted in the crowd at Katy Perry's sold-out Lifetimes tour performance at the Bell Centre. Wearing a laid-back black t-shirt and surrounded by concert-goers, the former prime minister didn't hide his presence. In fact, he looked completely at ease, smiling, singing along, even cheering as Katy lit up the stage. But what caught even more attention? he wasn't alone. His daughter, Ella Grace, was right there with him, soaking up the show alongside her father. For fans, this moment was telling. Trudeau didn't sneak in through a backstage entrance or keep to a VIP box. He stood in the crowd, visibly engaged, showing support not just as a fan, but possibly as something more. Bringing his daughter along added another layer. It wasn't just casual anymore. It felt personal. It felt intentional. And right when this quiet public endorsement began making headlines, someone else stepped into the conversation and made things a lot more interesting. While the internet was busy dissecting every angle of Katy and Justin's sudden closeness, Orlando Bloom, Katy's ex-fiancé and the father of her child, entered the chat in the most unexpected way imaginable. Out of nowhere, a satirical post from The Onion went viral, joking that Bloom had been spotted dining with none other than former German Chancellor Angela Merkel. The article, dripping with absurdity, painted a scene of oysters, wine, and chocolate cake at a five-star restaurant, the kind of exaggerated fiction that usually gets a chuckle and then fades away. But instead of staying silent or ignoring the noise, Orlando responded publicly. Dropping a string of clapping hand emojis in the comments, he signaled one thing loud and clear. He's watching, he's in on the joke, and he's not bitter. It was the perfect blend of humor and class, a subtle way of saying he's unbothered, or maybe just cleverly deflecting the media frenzy surrounding his ex's new rumored flame. Fans instantly picked up on the move, turning his emojis into memes and sparking a whole new layer of conversation. And all of this happened just days after Katy and Trudeau were seen together. Not once, but several times. Coincidence? Probably not. As sightings continued and whispers turned into headlines, the public reaction was swift and divided. While some insisted the connection between Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau was nothing more than friendly admiration, others weren't buying it for a second. Their timeline raised questions. A quiet walk through the park, a shared dinner at an intimate restaurant, a concert appearance, not backstage but front and center with Trudeau's daughter in tow. For many, it didn't feel like two old friends catching up. It felt like the soft launch of something new. Officially, sources close to both have insisted they're just friends. But fans have seen this pattern before: the slow reveal, the public appearances, the friend label used as a shield. On social media, theories exploded, with users pointing out everything from body language cues to matching smiles. Some even joked that it felt like the beginning of a Netflix political rom-com. And honestly, they weren't wrong. But beyond the jokes and fan edits, one thing was clear: people were invested. Whether they believed in the romance or not, they couldn't look away. Whether it's a slow-burning romance or a deep friendship unfolding under the spotlight, Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau have become an unexpected pairing that no one can stop talking about. And maybe that's because their story breaks all the typical celebrity molds. A pop superstar and a former prime minister, both navigating fresh heartbreak, both raising children in the public eye, both still believing in making the world a better place. In a world where most Hollywood stories feel scripted and fleeting, this one feels different. There's intrigue, yes, but there's also substance. Two people with real responsibilities, real pasts, and very real public pressure surrounding their every move. It's not just about if they're dating, it's about what it means if they are. Could this be a momentary spark born from timing and proximity? Or is it the start of a rare and powerful connection, one that bridges music, politics, and personal healing? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure: this story isn't over, not even close.